Hey guys, welcome back to Hype RC. It's that time of the year when the weather starts warming up and a lot of people start getting their RC cars back out, specifically bashers, and a lot of new people get into the hobby this time of the year. So today we're going to review this entry-level budget basher from Mega RC. This is the M Titan. So let's get over to the bench, see what comes out of the box, and take it out for a nice little bash. Stick around and check it out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. It looks like we've got some very nice box art on this. This looks like a super sharp rig. RTR, four-wheel drive, 2.4 gigahertz remote, nice adjustable shocks, ball bearings, brush motor. It looks like there are optional metal gears for it, and it says that it's splash-proof and waterproof. Let's go ahead and get this guy opened up. Boy, they got this box taped all up. Looks like we got this guy in the red. Oh, this is boxed up very nicely. Well, that's pretty sharp. They've really packaged this up super tight. Lots of tape, everything held together very well. That's a pretty sharp looking little truck. See what we got in the box here. So it looks like we got a battery, a wheelie bar, an instruction manual, and a nice 2.4 gigahertz little remote. Let's go ahead and get all this unpackaged and take an up close look at it. All right, guys, now that we got everything unpackaged and out of the box, let's take an up close look at what comes with this rig. So you get a very basic remote. It does come with throttle trim and steering trim. Nice foam wheel. It does take 3 AA batteries that do not come with it, so you're going to want to have those on hand. You also get a 2S lithium-ion battery, a USB charger. It comes with this very nice little wheelie bar we're going to have to install on the back, and then a decent little instruction manual with some part numbers and how-tos on repairs. So that's very nice with this rig. Let's go ahead and take an up close look at the truck. All right, guys, so this is our Mega RC M Titan. I really like the graphics on this body. It is held on with body clips. I did go ahead and install the rear wheelie bar. These are some nice and grippy tires. They are vented. It looks like we have a nice basher bumper on the front with some LEDs in it. So let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood on this. So now that we got the body off, let's take a look underneath the hood on this rig, and we're going to start off with the electronics. So we have a 370 brushed motor with a very nice heatsink, a 2-in-1 ESC with a Dean-style T-plug connector on it. We have a nice little servo with a servo saver, which is always great for a beginner rig. We have a very nice chassis brace down the middle of this. We have non-adjustable camber and toe links on the front and rear of this vehicle. It looks like we have friction shocks, which actually don't feel too bad on this rig. We have some nice little beefy A-arms on the front and rear of this vehicle. So all in all, this rig actually looks pretty darn nice. So let's go ahead and get this 1500 milliamp battery charged up, and we'll get this guy out for a bash. 16 miles an hour. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun getting out and bashing the Mega RC M Titan. This thing was actually a lot of fun, and for $79, you're not going to find a much better entry-level rig than this one. So let's go over the pros and the cons on this rig. So the number one pro for me on this rig was the little 370 brushed motor in this. Got a 16 miles an hour, and that is pretty darn quick for a rig that's under $100. And the 2-in-1 ESC and remote did absolutely fantastic. I had no issues, loss of connectivity, range, or anything like that. So that was another very big positive for this thing. And then just the overall durability of this thing. I cartwheeled and tumbled it, landed on its roof, flipped it over a few times, and it really stood up well. I really like the tires that they have on this. They did a great job with those as well. But there are a few cons with this rig, and the number one con for me is the friction shocks. But for under $100, you're not going to get a quality set of oil-filled shocks anyway, so that's not a very big con on this. And then the other con is that this has Phillips head screws on it. You know, I'm not a huge fan of that, but for a guy that's just getting into the hobby and doesn't have all the tools, that's actually not a very big con either, because all you need is a small Phillips head screwdriver to go ahead and work on this rig. But the overall durability and just level of fun that I had with this rig for $79 is definitely a huge plus for this. So for a guy that doesn't want to go out and drop $300 or $400 on his first RC to see if he's really into it, this is a great place to start, or a gift for a child for a birthday or Christmas or something like that. I highly recommend the Mega RC M Titan. This thing was a lot of fun, and it jumps very neutral, so it was a lot of fun to take over those ramps and bash around. So all in all, I give this rig an 8 out of a 10, and really for under $100, this is going to be very hard to beat. So don't forget to support your local hobby shops. Bash, crawl, repeat. Hit that subscribe and like button for me and ring the bell so you can catch my next video. We'll see you next time.